This is the brief on refining cardiovascular risk prediction. A recent observational study of over 6,000 adults examines whether adding a coronary artery calcium, or CAC score, to standard medical equations actually improves our ability to predict heart disease over a 10-year period. First, let's look at the baseline. Standard prevent ASCVD equations already estimate a person's 10-year risk of cardiovascular events. But new 2026 guidelines suggest adding a CAC score, a scan measuring calcium buildup in your heart arteries, for patients in the 3% to 10% risk range. So, does this extra test actually help us predict risk any better? Second, well, the overall findings are honestly kind of underwhelming. Across the 6,098 participants, aged 45 to 79, adding the CAC score only modestly improved the model's overall predictive accuracy. Applying it to absolutely everyone is a lot like buying an expensive 4K monitor just to read your emails. The baseline prevent equations are already quite good on their own, so adding the score across all risk groups doesn't really change the big picture. Finally, let's zoom in on where this test actually shines. While broad application is modest, the CAC score is incredibly effective for reclassification in borderline, meaning 3% to under 5% risk, and intermediate, 5% to under 10% risk patients. For borderline patients, those with a 0 CAC score had a tiny 1.9% event rate, but if they scored 300 or more, their event rate spiked to 14.3%. Ultimately, while a CAC score isn't a necessary predictive upgrade for everyone, it serves as a highly effective tiebreaker for patients caught in the cardiovascular gray zone.